All right, this is where we're at. I got two dogs. I've taken them duck hunting a couple times, but they don't really do nothing. But I need to keep them safe in the truck, as well as I'm going to get hounds here in the near future. Start running them after bears and mountain lions and stuff. So I have built it, kind of rebuilt it. Got a lot of cuts made so far. I got some 2x4s that I ripped into 1.75 by 1.75 inches. Let's see, I chamfered the edges of the insides of everything just so there's no real sharp edges. I built it almost perfect. It was probably only 1/4 inch too wide. You can see where it kind of scraped there. And it was just that much too wide. So I cut one side of it, and it did not. I cut the wrong side. So yeah, so that took about an hour of building. Let's spin again. Built the entire bottom, and then I cut one side wrong. So I said, forget it, I want this to be right. So remade the bottom, put the sides on it. Now you can see where my door is going to be. I think that should fit this guy's big old body. I mean, 100% it'll fit a hound, but I'm trying to, I take these two all over the place when we go out and family excursions and camping and stuff like that. So I am making a door here, a door there. I am not gonna put a center divider in yet. I will once I get actual hounds, and I'll just cut a slit in the top straight back, and then I'll just have a partition that I can take in and out, and that'll be the center. That way I can, if dogs fight or whatever, I can stick them in here and stick them in here, and then just say, hey, you're not allowed to do that. But yeah, that's where we're at so far. Dog box build. Hey, let me tell you something, guys. This is not gonna be a perfect dog box build. I don't think you'll ever get a perfect dog box build, really. I'll show you what I have going on here. So I cut out one of these right there, one of the doors. That's gonna work out. So I figured, okay, let's try to figure out the sides, because it's getting windy. You can see the flags blowing all over the place. I'm sure you can probably hear the wind also. But my kids have what is this? One of the checker games, and so I'm just averaging, let's just say, a dog's head. Wherever my dogs are, I measured the black, my dog named Dukes, this guy right here. I measured his head, make sure it'll fit through, because I'll be taking them just about the same as, but I think I'm just going to use that as a circle. It'll be close enough, and there'll be hole here, same on the other side, 2 holes for the dogs to stick their heads out of. And yeah, I don't think there'll ever be a perfect dog box build, and it by no means is gonna last as long as aluminum and metal, but this is what we got going on. It might not look big in the video, but that is a pretty big hole. I mean, it's 12 inches wide. Let's see, 12 inches wide by 7 inches tall. Where's my dog at? Come here. Sit, sit, sit. Okay, hold on. Okay, this dog, if he doesn't eat the tape, hold on. I'm gonna assume his head was like 7 inches tall, roughly. I think a hound could possibly fit through that if you had a small enough hound. So yeah, we'll end up seeing if I know it'll work for these dogs. But yeah, we'll see if that hole works for the hounds. I highly doubt it'll work, or I highly doubt it'll be bad. But yeah, you never know until you try. And if not, I was just thinking, all I will have to do is just pop these screws out, pull this panel off, put a new piece of plywood on, and cut different size holes. And it would only be like a full sheet of this 5/8 ply. Yeah, is the full sheet of this 5/8 ply is I think 27 bucks. So $27, let's just say, to replace both sides. We'll keep going. All right, we're gonna see how well this works. Boone, come on, load up. Come on, load up. Well, he fits in there. Hey, come here. Look up. Yeah, buddy. Hey, look out. He works. He fits. The collars fit out. I was trying to make it so the collars, if they tried to push out too far, that they wouldn't get stuck out here and try to rip them in, because I know that would ruin a collar pretty quick trying to get that. Here, in here. He sits in there pretty good. Look out, come here. Bring your head here. Yeah. Yep, just like that. Praise the Lord, look at it, works out perfect. Stands in there pretty good, comes in and out for the big dogs, and I can't have him jump in there. His hips are bad. So he's kind of the ground dog. He just hangs out, walks around. He's, I think, 11 years old. But this guy right here, he's only one in like 3 months, I think. So he's still got a lot of life left in him. But that makes me real happy. It's getting cold out here. That makes me real happy that works out. So this guy's trying to figure out where that other dog went, right down the road. But praise the Lord. So we'll get this thing, Lord willing, before the darkness comes, we'll get the top on it. We'll get the top on it, and we'll get the other holes cut in the other side. And I don't have any hinges. I'm putting these back on here with hinges in the bottoms, which this one doesn't fit in there. This one's for this one. But I'm gonna put hinges in the bottom of it, so it'll just fold down, and that way when it's cold or I just want to shut them in there, I can just flip that up, and I'll probably end up cutting. Like they need circulation, so I'll cut a couple little holes with a hole saw in them. But I think those will give it enough airflow. Gonna use the cutouts for the doors, and I might kind of make bars per se along the top or something, so I can see in there or whatever in those. But I don't have any hinges, so it's just gonna be a box. And Lord willing, it doesn't rain. All right, we're into this dog box build. Plywood, which I also bought a piece of 3/4 for the bottom that was on the 75% off or 70% off rack. So I say $100 for plywood, and I used these Gurks, these flatheads. They don't have that big of a shank. They go in just about perfect. That shank right there sucks all that together. There's a lot of threads into everything, but they sit in there. They sit in there nice and flat, if I can get it in focus. So as you can see, it indents some of it. Some of them they strip out a little bit, but I figured that flat head will hold it a little better, Lord willing. But We just got typical latches. I forgot to buy handles. They're only $1.50, so that's all right. I didn't realize these are sticking through the back, so I'll probably those dogs are gonna come railing out of here. So I'm gonna either cut these off, which I already did with these screws, which is holding this piece of extra plywood on for support for hinges, which I probably should just put another piece here. I have them already cut there. I might. But this is where we're at. I got hinges for the windows. I found out these are a little big, so if you are gonna build a dog box, let's see what these are, 7 inches. I'd go probably 5.5. But like I said earlier, these dogs are a lot bigger than hounds, and I take both. I use these dogs, and I'm gonna start getting into hounds, so it kind of is what it is. And I am gonna put a piece of this as a backer behind here, about like that, so just so when I fold the lid up, it stops, just like right here. I put this little backer in here, gives a little more support, and when you push it in, it just stops and it doesn't want to go straight through. So save the life of the hinges a little bit, and I'm going to do the same thing here. So I might round it off on either side just to make it appear nicer, I guess. But yeah, these are a little bit too big. I did paint the top with some roofing stuff. That's all this white stuff. I would like it to, I mean, technically I probably could paint it a different color. I don't know exactly. It dried pretty quick. I don't know exactly what it's going to turn into. I wanted a little texture, and it rolling it out does give it a little texture, so that's good. Lord willing, like these gaps right here fill in and fill up and cure, so that no water really gets down and inside of this flashing. I like the look of the flashing. That's why I really wanted to keep it on there. I'll probably end up painting the top a different color, and I am going to paint the sides, but it's supposed to possibly rain or snow a day from now. So I'm trying to get at least minimum the top done, so that everything else can kind of get painted whenever. But that's where we're at. I'll let you guys see the windows when they're done. All right. As the sun goes down on this day, we got both windows back in. I'm gonna punch probably a hole here and a hole here, just little guys for airflow. I'm gonna probably do the same thing on the doors. I don't know if I'm gonna cut slits in it or if I'm just gonna drill a couple holes periodically. I don't want to disturb the structural integrity, because I even on my duck coop, I pretty much did this exact same thing and just made a door and framed it and that sort of stuff, and it still did this where like the bottom's all right, but the top is all, gotta push it in a little bit. But they work. They fold down. I am gonna have to get a couple more of those little flimsy latch hitches like these ones right here, so that when I put this up, the hinge wants to fall down into the slot. I did the same thing on my quail coop, but there'll be holes there. Flip them down. Again, I put that little piece in the top for a stopper, so this doesn't try to push into there, so it helps the holes stay up and intact. But I think it'll work. I think it'll be just fine. As you can see, I put an extra block here because I put the screws through again and realized that they stick out. Not too bad, but I mean, that's enough to catch a dog's neck if they're down and out here. Like one of my collars hooks here and it just drags across it, and once you get inside there, there's nothing. So I'm gonna cut up some more of that material right there and put it here and over there and inside wherever these screws, evidently these screws aren't as long. How that makes sense, I have no idea. I didn't use two different sizes of plywood, I don't think. They look about the same. So I don't know. They're all in all the way, so who knows? These ones just didn't stick through. But yeah, there's one less piece of plywood I gotta cut up though, I guess. So that's it, guys. Dimensions of the floor is 39 by 39. It fits perfectly inside of the two fender wells with 5/8 ply. So what is that? 5/8, 7, 9/16, because it's not to actual measurement for whatever reason. Building material is not. So 5/16 extra on that side, or 9/16 extra that side, 9/16 extra on that side. Let's just call it a 1 inch extra. I actually got my tape on me. Yeah, just about 40 inches wide, just barely over, and that's what that is perfectly. So slides in there perfectly. I'll end up putting some eyelets on the sides to ratchet strap it in, or just tie it in with rope. Wouldn't want to tie down 2 ratchet straps for the whole season, but yeah, she works. And that is a full build of this. I didn't film like me actually working. I don't know. I've been filming with my phone, which is nice, but I don't have my a tripod for my phone, so that's all it is. We're gonna watch this dog get in trouble. Hey, Boone, here. Hey, Boone, here. He knows he's not supposed to go over there. Oh, that guy. But thanks for tuning in, guys. It's been real, and Lord willing, these hounds that I'm gonna get are gonna produce a good product, and be able to get me out in the woods and get some bears and cats and whatever else in the trees. Pretty much just bears and cats is all I really want to run. But thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you later.